Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I've never done a facts video before because I often think that whatever the topic, they can be a bit repetitive, a bit generic, you know, they don't actually make you sit up and go, oh, that's interesting. Hopefully that's where this video is going to be different. I have done literally so much digging and research to find facts that you've never heard about before or to reveal more interesting information behind them. So I guarantee you will learn something new in this video, and with that, let's dive straight in. Let's get started with the basics. The scientific name for guinea pig is Cavia porcellus, and the porcellus is Latin for little pig. How cute! Some people call them cavies from the cavia part of the name, usually in breeding and scientific communities, but the name guinea pig shares that pig in several other languages, including French, Indian pig, Dutch, Guinean piglet, Portuguese, little Indian pig, German, little sea pig, and Chinese pig mouse. So where does the reference to pig come from? Well, it's kind of got a bit lost along the way and no one is 100% sure, but I mean, you can see why just by looking at them. And along the same taxonomic vibes, domesticated piggies are their own species. So the pet guinea pig as we know them is not found naturally in the wild anymore, which is similar to other domesticated species. And the process of domestication for the guinea pig is thought to have started at least 4,500 years ago in South America, where guinea pigs were and are worshipped and used for food. Fast forward thousands of years later, Spanish, Dutch, and English traders took guinea pigs to Europe, where they quickly became popular as exotic pets among the upper classes and royalty. You can kind of imagine they must have been like, wow, what is that creature? I must own it. People wanted them as their pets, including Queen Elizabeth I. This next one really got me, and it's that the earliest known European illustration of a domestic guinea pig is a painting by an unknown artist from around 1580. So that's 444 years ago. It shows a girl and her two brothers. They're all wearing typical Elizabethan dress, and the little girl is holding a tortoiseshell guinea pig in her hands. And since this very first surviving painting, guinea pigs became quite the subject for many painters and artists. There's even an online guinea pig historical art museum where you can admire various depictions of guinea pigs from artists around the world. Sometimes piggies are the main focus of the artwork, but oftentimes they are very small, hard to find, and just nibbling away in a corner somewhere. Also, the picture dates from the same period that the oldest recorded guinea pig remains were found in England, which was a partial skeleton of a piggy found at Hill Hall in Essex, which was a manor house because back then you needed money to get your hands on some of these beauties. It might be surprising to hear that the earliest evidence of guinea pigs in North America was dated back to only 1820, long after that within Europe. A guinea pig skeleton was found in Charleston, South Carolina, at the Hayward Washington House, which was being run as a boarding house at the time. The remains were found together with the skeleton of an Amazonian parrot, suggesting that both species could have been brought to the boarding house by sailors acquiring them as South American curiosities. Let's not neglect the several wild species of guinea pigs that are still out there living in South America. These include the Brazilian guinea pig, the shiny guinea pig, I'm not making this up, I promise, the montane guinea pig, and the greater guinea pig. And there's also one species of wild guinea pig, the Santa Catarina guinea pig, which lives on a tiny island off the coast of Brazil, and they have the smallest geographical distribution of any known mammal on Earth. There are less than 50 of them and they live over 10 hectares of land. Who knew that a guinea pig could be one of the world's rarest species? But how do our domesticated piggies compare to their ancestors? Well, there's the obvious coat colours and textures that are a result of selective breeding by us humans, and a lot of studies have also confirmed that pet guinea pigs are less aggressive and less stressed than their wild counterparts, and that they also have less awareness of what's going on around them, which I think some of us in this room can definitely relate to. However, whilst our domesticated pigs have brains that are around 13% smaller, pet guinea pigs are able to learn more complex paths to food and can accurately remember a learned path for many months, which is actually a cognitive improvement over the wild species. Next up is a bit of anatomy for us all. So guinea pigs have 340-degree vision with only one tiny blind spot behind their head. Although in reality, Nacho, I don't think the same can be said for our long-haired piggies with their funky fringes and hair going everywhere. And in terms of their vision, all pigs have dichromatic vision with blue and green detecting cells. So this means that they can tell the difference between blue, violet, green and yellow, but they can't see red. And in general, their eyesight is poor, they're quite short-sighted, and that's something that us owners need to remember, especially if you think you've got very skittish guinea pigs, as you can easily catch them off guard with sudden movements that they can't see very well. Don't feel too sorry for our piggies though, because eyesight never has been their primary sense, and in a domesticated setting, even guinea pigs who are partially or fully blind do extremely well at navigating around their home and living life to the full. A different sense is far more important than eyesight to our piggies, and that's hearing. So a guinea pig hears sounds from around 60 to 50,000 hertz, which is a really wide range, and it is comparable to other small rodents. Compared to us, we can hear lower, deeper sounds more easily, whereas a guinea pig's upper range is far, far higher than us by about an extra 30 kilohertz. And one of the reasons why guinea pigs have such sensitive hearing could be down to their wide range of vocal communications. This was fascinating for me because I tried to find more recent sources, but scientists still cite a study done in the 1970s, which was the first to identify the 11 individual types of call that guinea pigs have, all with their own separate meanings and many depending on the situation in which the sound is used. I do mean to do a full video on this because it's really interesting. However, for now, here is a super quick breakdown. The purr means arousal or pleasure. The der is shorter than the purr and it means warning or disturbance. The chut is used in greeting or general recognition of others. The chutter and the whine are both mild distress noises used in different situations. The low whistle and the high whistle are contact calls over longer distances. Either they're searching for company, or in the case of the high whistle, they are asking humans for food. Yes, they evolved it specially for us. Then we have the scream and the squeal, which are distress signs or injury, and we have the tweet, which is a very specific infant call. And then we have a mystery one, which deserves its own fact. This call is so rare, and it's thought to be some kind of alarm call, but scientific studies haven't really been able to pin down why guinea pigs make this call. The chirp is an extremely rare call, and if you happen to have heard it as a guinea pig owner, then you can count yourself privileged. In a whole 18, almost 19 years of owning guinea pigs, I've only heard it on 3, maybe 4 occasions that were all during the night, and it was all one guinea pig, and that piggy was Willow, if anyone remembers her. And to this day, although there's a lot of theories, no one knows for sure what it actually means. Okay, I love this next one. Guinea pigs are often cited as being crepuscular animals, so they have peaks of activity in the early hours of the morning and again at dusk. However, what's not usually spoken about is how active they are overall in terms of when they actually go to sleep and what type of sleep they get. It turns out that they can be awake for as much as 20 hours out of the day, and they only take short sleeps of around 5 to 10 minutes. The The interesting bit is this means they are significantly more awake than other small rodents. And also they don't show any circadian rhythm at all, meaning they don't necessarily sleep any more or less when it's dark versus when it's light, which is highly unusual. For our piggies, sleep is evenly distributed over a 24-hour period, and I have actually noticed this using the Ring camera, that the piggies are fairly on and off throughout the night, and there's no clear difference between their activity overnight and during the day. And what do our piggies spend most of their waking hours doing? Eating, of course. Guinea pigs are known as fibrivores, along with rabbits and chinchillas. This means they have a digestive system that is optimized for the processing of fiber, which should be mostly gained from eating hay and grasses. And to extract nutrients from these fiber sources, they ferment their food in a large organ called the cecum. Their cecum holds 65% of all the contents inside their digestive system at any one time, and it relies on a diverse mix of good bacteria to help with the breaking down of fiber. And like rabbits, guinea pigs eat a proportion of their poops. Yep, you heard that right. They do this in order to extract extra nutrients from them. This is called coprophagy, and it's what your guinea pig is doing when they reach down there and come back up chewing away on something. It might sound gross, but you don't really notice it, and it's an important way for them to ensure they get enough nutrients from their diet. Next up is that guinea pigs have much longer pregnancies than other rodents, up to 3.5 times that of rats and hamsters and double that of rabbits. And the reason for this is that baby guinea pigs are born with a full coat of hair, their eyes are open, and they are able to run when just a few hours old. What's also fascinating is that newborns already have a full set of teeth. They've lost their milk teeth while they're still in the womb, and then they've grown more. So within their first 24 hours on this earth, they can eat solid food. This advanced development of newborns is called being precocial, and it gives wild guinea pigs the benefits of their pups being able to fend for themselves faster. However, it also comes with major downsides. Due to the longer gestation and large-sized babies, especially for large litters, guinea pigs are far more likely to experience problems during pregnancy and birth than other rodents. The mortality rate of pregnant sows is cited at between 20 and 25%, and it is 30% for individual pups, taking account of stillbirths. This is a sobering reminder that there is a significant risk of piggy mums and or pups dying, and that's why it is never recommended to let your guinea pigs breed. As I'm sure you know, there are so many hairstyles and colour combinations out there when it comes to guinea pigs. So, are there official breeds like there are for dogs and cats? Yes, there are. And it turns out the number of breeds depends on what country you're in and what your breeding collective is. So for example, in the US, it's the American KV Breeders Association, and they say that there's only 13 breeds. Whereas here in the UK, we have the British KV Council, which represents 15 individual clubs, and they've decided that there are now 52 breed standards. And even though they've been around for a while, the Lunkaya guinea pig, like our Nacho here, was only recently accepted as an official breed by the UK KV Club in January 2025. The next one starts with a fact you've probably heard, which is the oldest known guinea pig lived to be 14 years and 10 months old. I mean, wow, that is an amazing age. But it would be interesting to know what the general average is and whether it actually is 5 to 7 years as often cited on the internet. The closest we've got to this is that in the UK, the Royal Veterinary College shares research based on vet interviews, which gives us a little bit of insight into typical guinea pig ailments and longevity. But the average age did surprise me at only just over 4 years old, with females living an average 9 months older than males. And the reported health problems weren't actually that detailed. Most common was overgrown nails, eye ulcers, not eating, and dental issues. And to me, this and other similar studies really point out the differences between basic guinea pig care, which is often quite traditional, quite outdated, versus those owners who are more up to speed with understanding guinea pig health and seeking veterinary treatment when it's needed. And whilst there's always an element of luck in how long our guinea pigs live, I strongly believe that if you're the kind of person who wants to educate yourself, to provide them with the best quality care, the best diet you can, give them the best health care, then you are significantly increasing the chances of your guinea pigs living longer and healthier lives than the average. And that's what I'm all about on this channel. I want to share that kind of knowledge so we can all be better owners. Okay guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video and hearing all of the crazy guinea pig facts. They fascinated me. Let me know which your favorite fact was down in the comments below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and if you're out to learn more about how to care for and look after guinea pigs, then I highly recommend watching this video next, which is my 10-minute essential care guide for new owners. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching and being here, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.